Majestic gums frame an ever-changing vista along the banks of the mighty River Murray. Many paddle steamers once plied for trade in the early part of this century. Now only a few remain as passenger steamers to remind us of the river's busy past. Too few Australians realise that the Murray River and its tributaries has a total navigable length of 3,214 miles. First navigated by Captain Sturt in the year 1830, the Murray River has 16 locks and weirs, 10 of them between Morgan and Mildura. We are heading towards Mildura. The slow-flowing river runs at a little over 4 miles an hour and falls at the rate of 4 to 5 inches in the mile. We call it Wentworth, an old river port on the junction of the Murray and Darling, which in its heydays was one of the busiest ports on the river. Harvey's Gardens and Australian bird aviary is the meeting place of sportsmen from all parts of the Commonwealth. The aviaries house some very rare species, among them a white crow and the almost extinct black cockatoo. Kangaroos bound in countless numbers on the surrounding plains, and many an exciting chase results from these ventures. Ducks on the wing, and wild ones at that. Hunters are in ambush for the birds as they follow the water from one river bend to the other. A kill, and one more for the bag. A clutch of young duck hurry for shelter, diving and weaving their way to safety, and they have a very good reason for doing so. They're scurrying from their natural enemy, the fox, who this time makes a hasty retreat for the bush. The hunt goes on, and another bunch has started up. Shooters usually hunt in pairs, each separated about a mile apart, waiting for the birds to come into sight. Good duck dogs are essential to retrieve the ducks that land in the river. A good dog will swim several hundred yards to bring back its prey. We wend our way further upstream towards the port of call, Mildura. The many bends and turns of this mighty river add greatly to its length. The Murray commences its long flow to the sea in the Alps in the east of Australia and passes through 3 states, where it joins the sea at Gulwer on the south coast of South Australia. Among the many favoured sports which are indulged in along the river is the catching of river lobsters. They're easily caught too, if you know how. A mesh cage, a piece of meat tied in the centre and lowered to the bottom of the river, and left for a time, then hauled to the surface, and if you're lucky, a catch that will delight the hearts of all. Murray lobsters are a hard-shelled, spiky-tailed shellfish with huge claws that can crush a finger. They're only caught during the months without an hour, May, June, July and August. At other times of the year, their shell turns to jelly and they dig themselves into the mud for protection from their natural enemy, the Murray cod. Catches of many hundreds are often caught. In fact, we picture here an array of some 220. If you don't believe us, count them for yourself. Murray lobsters are very similar in taste to sea crayfish. We're nearing the end of our river cruise, and the flat bottom of the paddle steamers draws very little more than 2 feet, which makes it easy to navigate sandbars and sunken logs. Magnificent red gums, one of the few timbers which are not affected by white ants. Lock 11 comes into view, and we're about to enter the lock chamber, which will raise us from the lower part of the river to the upstream level. The water varies 10 feet between the lower and upper levels. Our level has to be raised, and the lock gates close after the steamer is safely moored in the chamber, and the lock is filled through a series of inlet pipes on a gravity principle until the same level as upstream is reached. Then the gates are opened, and we steam on a short distance past the weir and riverfront to the Mildura wharf. In the year 1887, W.B. Chaffee and his brother George came from California to Mildura and set about the establishment of what is today's greatest irrigation settlement on the river, known to all as the Sunraysia district. It has a population of some 12,000. Ultra-modern service stations flank the neatly kept streets and cater in full for the wants of the motoring public. Up-to-date picture theatres and dance halls are second to none in their appointments. 3 major clubs in Mildura provide club service to many male members. The Settlers Club, with a membership of 3,500, is of pleasing Spanish design and provides many amenities for its members in their leisure time. The Mildura Club caters for the businessmen of the area. The world-renowned Working Man's Club, with a total membership of 4,500, is noted for its one-piece bar with an overall length of 298 feet. Hotels provide first-class accommodation for the many tourists who seek the winter sunshine in the colder parts of the year. Numerous good-type guest houses are also in demand, and at peak periods, as many as 1,000 guests can be accommodated. Built at a cost of £70,000 and officially opened in the summer of 1955, the Olympic Pool, situated in the heart of Mildura, provides for many thousands of swimmers under ideal conditions. Modern and well-equipped schools cater for lower and higher elementary education. All denominations have every reason to be proud of their places of worship, and quite a number of unique designs in architecture grace the skyline of the city. Officially opened in 1956, the art gallery is housed in Rio Vista, the home of its founder, W.B. Chaffee. Built in the early 30s, the base hospital is one of the best-equipped country hospitals in Victoria. A committee of local residents manages the affairs of this important institution. Right next door is the imposing nurses' home. The contemporary design of the mural on the lower part of the structure depicts the district's many features. Bowls provide one of the leading forms of relaxation, and there are 6 first-class bowling greens. 2 superb golf links considered by world-famed golfers as being equal to the country's best are situated on the outskirts of the city. Many world champions have played on these links. The players in action here are not world champs, but they certainly are triers. We will accept this welcome invitation to the cellars of Mildara, which were planned by W.B. Chaffee for the first vintage in 1891. The road runs through pleasant vineyard scenes, the first Mildara plantings being made in 1888. The present chairman of Mildura Winery Limited, Mr. A.E. Peglar, took the chair in 1933, when Mr. H.R. Hazelgrove accepted the position of technical advisor and later became managing director. The ensuing years have seen great progress, and since then it has been the policy to extend and modernize buildings and build up stocks of quality wines and brandy. The result is a stock of nearly 2 million gallons stored in the best of oak casks and vats. Mr. Herbert Chaffee, son of the founder and secretary since 1917, greets our visitors and welcomes them to the home of Mildara. Here is the flowering Prunus Park, which is one of the attractive sights of the gardens which surround the 7.5 acres of cellars. All Mildara brandy is made by double pot still distillation of wine from the fermented first quality juice of selected white grapes. And here we see the young pure brandy under close supervision at the still safes. These selected portions are returned and distillation carried out a second time in the centuries-old process. Special distillation procedure and long maturing in oak casks, the wood being expressly imported from France, combined to give that superbly smooth and delightful flavour. Many distinguished visitors have inspected Mildara from time to time, and Mr. Hazelgrove, Managing Director, with Mr. Peglar, the Chairman, conduct Field Marshal Sir William Slim on a visit to the bottling line. After years of maturation, the light 3-star brandy is selected, and the fuller liqueur types are returned to oak to further mature. All bottling at Mildara is carried out in under bond premises under Her Majesty's Excise Officer's supervision. Individual treatment of each bottle is carefully supervised during the operation of filling, corking, capsuling and labelling to ensure that each drop reaches the consumer as if it were directly drawn from the casks at Mildara. Mildara Supreme Liqueur is produced by careful selection of our brandy and blended to a perfect liqueur. Mildara 3-star is the brandy of excellence with which water, soda or ginger ale makes that perfect long drink. The quality of Mildara brandy is recognized, and many awards and trophies have been won over the years for brandy in shows throughout Australia. Mildara has achieved an enviable position in the production of sherry. The grapes used are Palomino, Pedro and Doradilla. The only true varieties now grown for sherry production. These wines are cultured with the flor yeast derived from Spain, which gives the desired true characteristics of sherry. After the flor process, the wines are matured in oak casks for many years. Rio Vista was the name given by the founder of the Mildura Winery Limited to his home, and it's appropriate that the present directors of the company have chosen Rio Vista as one of their trade names for a series of their products entirely produced from grapes grown in the Mildura area. Reluctant to leave the home of Mildara, with its delightful river setting, our friends say farewell, glad to have discovered the bottled sunshine of Rio Vista, and to know that they will recall these fond memories with a glass of Mildara, the sherry of the century.